My name is Michelle Patterson, Nipp, and I serve the amazing people of Edmonton. Today, I'm going to show you how to make an offer on a home so it actually gets accepted. Let me start out by telling you a story. One time, I was representing a seller. We had listed their property for what we felt was fair market value based on the recent solds in the area. The first potential buyer who viewed the property wrote an offer, and it was significantly under the list price. Since it was only on the market for less than a day, the seller decided to wait. There was nothing compelling about this offer that he felt he needed to make a decision right away. The next day, we had 4 more showings, and guess what? We also got 4 more offers. The buyer of the first offer was advised of the new offers that had come in, and they had a chance to revise their offer. They actually increased their offer to something that was much more reasonable and closer to market value. Unfortunately, it was too little, too late. Having already been soured by the original offer from the first day, the seller quickly eliminated their offer from the running. The seller later told me that if the first offer that they had written was like the second one, their revised offer, they would have likely been able to negotiate a deal and prevented the multiple offers. So the moral of the story is it's really important to write an offer correctly so that the seller is willing to negotiate and accept it. And then you get the house, which is usually what you want when you go through the trouble of writing an offer. To do this, offers need to be as strong as possible. Here are some things to consider. First, the price. Remember, it's the market, not you, or the seller for that matter, that determines how much a property is worth. Even though most realtors know how to handle lowball offers, some sellers might get offended. Instead, look at comparable homes that have sold recently in the area and come up with a fair price that's reasonable. When you do, you'll have a better chance of having a seller consider your offer and accept it. Number 2, consider the conditions carefully. The conditions or contingencies that you write into an offer are designed to protect you, the buyer, not the seller. Everything from securing a loan, to selling your current house, to choosing a closing date could potentially impact the seller in a negative way. If your market is extremely competitive, you'll want to consider your conditions very carefully. Sometimes people take big risks and write an offer that has 0 conditions, just to make their offer more appealing to a seller. Overall, aim to strike a balance between protecting your interests while also keeping your offer attractive. Number 3, create a clean contract. I've seen so many offers get declined by sellers simply because the real estate agent wrote a sloppy contract. Ultimately, the contract is the first impression you make. It's a signal of how the rest of the transaction will go. Make sure your real estate agent writes a clean offer that's organized, simple, and complete. You'd be surprised at how many realtors get this wrong. If you don't have an agent that is familiar to the market, you could end up losing the home to someone else. And who wants that? At this point, you may be convinced that you may need some guidance around the area of buying a home. Or you may also be thinking that you have no idea where to start. If you're thinking about making a move, I can help you through the process. Just send me a message or text me at 780-231-8970. No pressure, no sales tactics, just the help and guidance you need. Please feel free to post a question, comments, or any concerns in the chat box. I always go back to check to see if there's any questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.